Tuol Sleng, the infamous S21 Interrogation and Detention Centre. This ex-French colonial school was used by the Khmer Rouge from 1975 to 1979 and is located in a dusty little street in the middle of Phnom Penh. For 3 years, 8 months and 20 days, S21 saw between 14,000 and 17,000 prisoners interned there, men, women and children. On the 10th of January 1979, S21 was liberated by the Vietnamese Army and the Vietnamese Volunteer Army, which comprised of ex-armed forces of Cambodia. Out of over 14,000 detainees, there are only 12 survivors. This apparatus was once used by school children to climb ropes, but during the genocide it was used as a hideous instrument of torture. As I wandered through these corridors and gazed at the thousands of photographs of victims, I soon came to realise just how young most of them were. How can any human being be capable of such cruelty? It was at this point I felt a wave of emotion descend on me. An Australian, Dave Scott from Western Australia. Dave was one of 2 Australians that were tortured to death at S21. Dave and his friend Ron Dean were captured sailing off the Cambodian coast on their way to Thailand and accused of working for the CIA. These classrooms were hastily converted into cell blocks. Each cell is not much bigger than a pub toilet cubicle. This is where the detainees were kept after or in between their interrogations. If you look closely, you can still see the bloodstains on the floor. Instruments of torture. I'll leave it up to your imagination on how they were used. In the centre of the complex is this memorial. The inscription reads, "Never will we forget the crimes committed during the democratic Cambodian regime."
In 1979, I was 9 years old. My younger brother was 6 years old. How we could survive because last day all the Khmer Rouge ran around here and said loudly, collect prisoner, get out to kill. Because Vietnamese army come join with the Cambodian Liberation Army fighting the city. I heard like that, then I heard my mother told me, when the Khmer Rouge separated me from my mother, son, take care of your brother. What happened? Don't run away from him. Look after him. He told me like that. My mother cried. That time I took the baby and me all together. We are hiding in a big pile of clothes, big clean clothes. Very hot, bad smell. We tried to stay inside waiting for my mother to come back and took me home. But she didn't come back to kill him. One baby for 1 month old died, don't have meal many days. I saw uncle come inside, he know most they and I, and they told me one baby died already, just still alive all in the picture. 6 months old nearly died. They I have serum put him out who survived, but they are lucky than me. They were adopted to Ikeoman in 1986. That me and my younger brother in Cambodia. Yeah, when the time we had the clothes like that, but we got that smell, they took all the clothes. And here, the Khmer Rouge trial, court, the Khmer Rouge trial. I went to the court for testify for justice my mother and father. Yeah, I might do it. That man, the Khmer Rouge from achieved the prison, He said to me in the court, he didn't believe at all about child survivors prison because he grew up was clear to kill all the victims here before he left. Yeah, said to me like that. I'm very angry, and that court very late, 1979 and 2009.
This courtyard was once where school children played badminton and volleyball. Now it is where the last 14 people to be killed at Tuol Sleng are interned.